Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how's it
Hello.
going? I'm Gabby. Welcome to Go Natural English. This is my friend and colleague,
Stephanie. Hello.
Yeah. So, just to introduce Stephanie, she is a wonderful English teacher.
Thank
Over
you.
10 years of experience. So now you have over 20 years of experience between the both of us.
Yep.
And we both have our masters in teaching English as a second language. And she also has a master's in African studies.
Yeah.
So she knows stuff, okay?
I know a lot of stuff.
You know a lot of stuff. And she has like lots of papers and degrees and stuff. So I wanted to invite her here to Go Natural English to help out with some questions that you've had about learning English. So one really interesting question that I've gotten lately is, okay, what if I understand everything I hear, or like 90% of what I hear, but I don't know how to respond? I don't have the words to respond.
Yeah.
I've felt the same problem with Portuguese because I've been spending a lot of time in Brazil and I understand a lot, but sometimes I don't know how to express myself. So I can totally relate.
Yeah.
And I know you lived in Senegal.
Yeah.
You speak French and Wolof. Maybe you felt the same way.
Oh yeah,
sometimes?
for sure. Like
Yeah.
I think the comprehension skills come first, and the productive skills, it's kind of like the next step.
Yeah, you feel like,
I
don't know
can't
what to
find
say.
the words. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to give you some tips what to do if you feel this way. But first I want to tell you, if you would like to try a free sample course from Go Natural English, you can go, after you watch this episode, go to gonaturalenglish.com/7 steps. So the number 7,
Awesome.
STEPS.
Yes. Steps.
Okay, so what should we do in this situation where we can understand what's going on, but can't answer, can't add our opinion?
Yeah. So for example, let's like give an example.
Yeah.
So let's say that you are at the beach and you are trying to tell someone how something you really enjoy doing at the beach, right? You're trying to talk about how you enjoy collecting shells. Shells are those little hard things, right?
Yeah,
so
pretty little things.
So some advice that I would have is, okay, so before you go to the beach, you kind of rehearse your conversation in your mind. What are some things that you might talk about, right?
Yeah.
So you're at home and you're like, oh, I remember I love collecting shells. Let me look up that word in my dictionary and practice it, right? Listen to the pronunciation, practice it. So that you're prepared. So you kind of like prepare your conversations, you rehearse them. And the other thing is, like, let's just say you're in that conversation and you can't think of the word shell, right?
Yeah.
Well, you start describing it. So try to get the other person to help you come up with the word, right? So you start, okay, it's white. There's lots of them on the beach. It's this big.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, try to think of descriptive words, to come up with a good way for the person to help you.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you'll find, at least I've found with my friends who speak, Portuguese, for example, I'm trying to learn Portuguese, they will offer those words. It's like, oh, do you mean shell?
Yes.
And then it might click, oh yeah, I mean shell. Like maybe you've heard the word before, but you just can't remember it. That happens a lot. Like when you hear a word, you can recognize it, but then if you want to use that word and you haven't heard it in a long time, it just doesn't come to mind.
You forget it,
Have you ever felt like that? I have.
I have, for sure.
Even in English.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, it's scary when it happens in your native language.
Yeah, that's so true.
What was I going to say? So I really like that. And I think if you want to talk about anything in particular, like if you are very interested in shells, you should probably know that word. You should learn how to talk about it. If you're interested in something else, like you love bike riding or you love cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure that you visualize that conversation
and come up with like a bank of vocabulary words that are around that context. Learn about that context.
Well, like you've talked about in other episodes about how when you lived in Senegal, you would go shopping in an outdoors market and you needed the vocabulary for that. So like before you would go, you would think about
and I would rehearse it. I would practice it over and over again to make sure that I sounded just like the other women in the marketplace, and they loved it. It was people really were so open to oh, there's this American who's trying
Yep.
to negotiate for, a carrot. And it's so awesome because,
She
she's
sounds like a native.
Yeah.
That's
So,
so
and
cool.
oftentimes, in the beginning, I didn't have the words, but I just forced myself to get through it. I made tons of mistakes, but who cares? Eventually I got it and I became
That's
fluent in
awesome.
Wolof. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I hope this was helpful. Remember that now you can go to gonaturalelenglish.com/7steps to try a sample course for free. So we'll see you there.
All right. Sounds
Bye.
good. Bye.